Here is the operator signal today. AI agents are no longer being positioned as clever side tools. They are being moved into the enterprise stack, data platforms, SDKs, internal systems, and governed workflows. First, OpenAI and Dell announced a collaboration to bring Codex into hybrid and on-premises enterprise environments. The important detail is not just coding. OpenAI says teams are already using Codex-powered agents to gather context across tools, prepare reports, route feedback, qualify leads, write follow-ups, and coordinate work across business systems. Dell's role is to put that closer to data, documentation, code bases, systems of record, and infrastructure companies already control. That tells you where the market is going. Agents that can act need proximity to internal context, and enterprises want that without pushing everything into a public cloud workflow. Second, Dell used Dell Technologies World to sharpen the infrastructure story. The company announced AI Factory editions with NVIDIA, including local desk-side agentic AI for secure autonomous agents where data stays in the environment, updates to its AI data platform, and ecosystem ties with OpenAI, Google, Hugging Face, Palantir, ServiceNow, SpaceX AI, and others. Translate that out of vendor language, and it means this. The bottleneck is shifting from can we call a model to can our data, security, networking, and cost models support agents in production. Third, Anthropic announced a global KPMG alliance. KPMG is embedding Claude inside Digital Gateway, starting with tax and legal tools, and giving Claude access to more than 276,000 employees globally. That matters because tax, legal, audit, private equity, and cybersecurity are not low-stakes demo categories. They are accuracy, governance, and accountability categories. When Claude moves into that environment, the product is not just the model. The product is the operating procedure around the model. Permissions, review, source control, escalation paths, and proof of work. Fourth, Anthropic acquired Stainless, a company that generates SDKs, CLIs, and MCP servers from API specs. That may sound technical, but it is one of the most important agent stories of the day. Agents are only as useful as the systems they can reach. If tool connections are fragile, agents become unreliable. If connectors, SDKs, and MCP servers become standardized and high quality, agents can actually move through business systems with less glue code and fewer brittle integrations. So what is the pattern? The AI race is becoming an integration race. Last year, the question was, which model is smartest? This year, the better question is, which agent can safely reach the right data, use the right tools, respect the right approvals, and leave behind the right audit trail? For operators and builders, there are three practical moves. First, map the systems your agents will need before you pick the agent platform. CRM, ticketing, warehouse systems, ERP, docs, email, code repos, spreadsheets, analytics. If the agent cannot reach the work, it cannot run the workflow. Second, decide what must stay local or governed. Regulated data, customer records, operational SOPs, finance, legal, and proprietary code should force a real infrastructure conversation. The Dell and OpenAI announcement is a sign that hybrid AI is becoming a serious deployment path, not just an enterprise compromise. Third, build approval gates as product features. The winning workflows will not be let the agent do everything. They will be let the agent prepare, check, route, draft, reconcile, and execute with human approval where the risk justifies it. That is the difference between a useful operator workflow and an uncontrolled automation workflow. The next thing to watch is Google I/O, which starts today. Google has already signaled AI updates across Gemini, Android, Chrome, Cloud, and agentic coding. The useful question is not whether there will be impressive demos. The useful question is how much of that agent capability becomes deployable in normal work on real devices with real controls. My read, the agent market is maturing. The flashy demo layer is still there, but the serious money is moving toward connectivity, governance, deployment, and enterprise data. That is good news for operators. It means the winners will be less about who has the loudest keynote and more about who can make AI reliable inside the systems where work actually happens.